What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. We're going to give it maybe another 30 seconds or so to see if we could get more people to join in on this live stream. Hopefully YouTube's sending out these notifications. We'll get this thing started really soon. Christian Gonzalez is saying, buy a red eye. I just made a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, talking about reasons why I'm not going to get a red eye. Really not worth it, in my opinion. The Hellcat and the red eye, you take a Hellcat, throw cold air intake and a tune, and you're already making the same power as a red eye. Plus, my Hellcat is going to have some engine mods that are going to be done at the end of this month, so stay tuned for that. 1,000, shooting for 1,000 crank horsepower. Let's see how we do. Reliability is very important. Ultimate YouTuber says, get pink eye. All right. So, guys, I don't know if you guys already heard of the news. It's already floating around on the forums. I'm talking about the Jeep Gladiator HERCULES, okay? Christian Gonzalez, I'm not going to trade in the Wrangler for the Gladiator either. And I'm going to tell you why. I got a lot of hate. I made a video when the Gladiator was announced. I made a video talking about it and why I didn't like the Gladiator either. It's not that I don't like the Gladiator. I do like the Gladiator. I just don't believe in the Rubicon Gladiator. And this, what I'm going to tell you is very relevant to what we're going to talk about with the HERCULES. So the Gladiator Rubicon, my issue with it is when you hear Rubicon, I don't care if you have a stock Rubicon or a modified Rubicon like I do. A stock Rubicon will climb over crazy obstacles. It'll go through crazy stuff when you're off-roading, okay? Now, putting the Rubicon name on a Gladiator on such a long vehicle, I think it's kind of stupid. You know, it's kind of like a poser just because that Gladiator is not going to climb over the same kind of obstacles that my Wrangler can climb because of the length of the Gladiator. It's going to get high centered. It's going to get stuck. The Gladiator, even the Rubicon, it's probably just going to be good for maybe going through some mud, going on the sand, like flat surfaces, stuff like that. Maybe like go up like a little hill or something. But you can't climb over obstacles like you can in a 2-door or 4-door Wrangler. Okay, so now this is my thing with it. If I was going to get a Gladiator, what I would personally do is I would go for one of their lower models. The reason why I say that is because to own a Gladiator, I would want really big tires. I would want, my Rubicon has 37-inch tires, and the Gladiator, since it's so long, I would need even way bigger tires. Now, the Rubicon axles, they're good. They're good to up to about 37-inch tires. Once you hit 40, 42-inch tires, those axles are not going to hold up to 42-inch tires. Meaning, if you buy a Rubicon, the first thing you're going to have to do is rip out those axles, sell them or do whatever you're going to do with them, and then buy brand new heavy-duty axles to hold and support those 42-inch tires. So for that reason, to me, it just makes more sense to go with the lower end model of the Gladiator, throw some big axles in there, and then you're good to go. So now, check this out. People were also very upset the last time because I was talking bad about the Gladiator. Don't get me wrong, I like the Gladiator. It's just don't think the Rubicon is worth it because it's not going to be able to take advantage of the Rubicon capabilities. So people were also getting upset because they said I'm not supposed to be comparing it to the Ford Raptor. But how can I not compare it to a Ford Raptor? Do you have any idea? I know pricing hasn't been announced, but how much do you think a Rubicon Gladiator is going to cost fully loaded? I believe it's going to probably be pretty close to Ford Raptor pricing. Now, the Ford Raptor also cannot climb over obstacles and stuff like that because it's a longer truck. But at least it's a high-speed desert like racing truck. So I like to own cars that have the ability to do something. Like my Hellcat's like a race car. The Rubicon's my off-roading vehicle. And for me, having like a Gladiator, I mean, maybe you're not a crazy off-roader, but if you're not a crazy off-roader, then just get one of the low trim models on the Gladiator. Use it to go to Home Depot to throw some stuff in the pickup bed or tow another vehicle. You could use it for that. But to me, I think it's kind of a waste of money to get the Rubicon version of it. Now, the HERCULES. Now they're talking about the HERCULES. And I think this is all coming from this interview video of someone from Jeep at the auto show kind of hinted that they're going to expand more. I think he was talking about like the rear locker and being able to use it at higher speeds, that kind of thing. So that's kind of like what you could do with the Ford Raptor. Now, if the HERCULES comes out, Now that is an incredible vehicle. And it depends on what you want to use it for, because even with the Hercules, at least now they're saying that the Hercules would probably be competing with the Ford Raptor. So imagine having like a desert racing Jeep pickup truck. Now let me just go ahead, instead of you guys looking at my face, let me show you guys the pictures. Check this out. This thing right here, I'm looking at it. I forgot you guys couldn't see this before, but look at how beautiful this thing looks. This looks crazy. Now this is just a rendering. The rendering came from the Jeep Gladiator forum.com, but this rendering to me looks amazing, and I have it in different colors. Let me show you some of the other colors. If Jeep came out with something like this, I mean, this would be pretty sick. You even got it in yellow. Let me show you. You got yellow right there. Yellow. I wouldn't do yellow personally, but let me see if they have. No, that's it. The blue one and this one looks pretty cool. So yes, guys. So if this Gladiator Hercules were to come out, I think it would be awesome competition for the Ford Raptor. Now, will they come out with it right now? This is kind of like, people are just talking about it. People are running with what one of the Jeep, I guess, representatives said, made a little comment, passed the comment at the show, and it got caught in video. So now we have this website that did these renderings, and now people are suspecting that maybe they will come out with something to compete with the Raptor. Now, Dodge is also supposed to come out with that Ram Rebel TRX with the Hellcat motor that's supposed to also compete with the Raptor. So I don't know how crazy they're going to go with this Hercules. Also, same thing like with the Ford Raptor suspension and all that. I mean, you're paying a lot of money. If they do like a really cool suspension like the Raptor has on the Hercules, then at that point, that's the kind of vehicle you probably want to just keep at that size, maybe increase the tire size just a little bit. You don't want to get too crazy. You don't want to throw out that suspension and replace it with something else because you want to go with 40-inch tires or something crazy like that. I still say if you want, and I think it's going to be a really badass look, getting a regular Jeep Gladiator, like the sport model or whatever the middle model name is, getting something like that, ripping out those axles, throw big heavy duty axles, throw some 40 or 42s, and that thing's going to look insane. But that I would also do with the diesel engine. Now, for the Hercules, they were talking about maybe that if they do come out with it, it's most likely going to be something with that like a 2-liter turbo, but it's going to be a bigger turbo. Or there's also rumors about a Hemi V8 inside of one of these. A lot of people are going to get really excited to see a Hemi in a Wrangler because it hasn't happened so far. Everybody used to be asking for the diesel, and the diesel's supposed to, the diesel is already like officially announced. It's not out yet, I believe, but it's been announced that it's going to be, it's on the way. Now a V8 Hercules, I mean, just the exhaust note. Can you imagine, having the exhaust note of a Hemi on a vehicle that looks like a Jeep? I mean, to me, that would just be insane. Be completely awesome.